Hi guys, welcome back to another rehearsal week of the last 5 years with Callum and Grace.
Hi!
Hi! So, another rehearsal week down. We're getting closer and closer to the show.
We are.
Yeah! Tickets are selling at the moment, which is good.
Yep.
It's a slow and steady burn, hopefully, but no, it's only been a little bit since the tickets.
They're like 2 weeks,
Yeah,
I think.
something like that.
And we know for a fact that people don't get their tickets until
Week of,
or really organised people get them the week before. But we know that we're probably going to look at like everyone getting their tickets in the week of the production. That's okay. It does make you a little bit nervous.
Yeah, running a show now, I feel like, especially for you, you're finding it a little bit more nerve-wracking because you're just like, are we going to sell tickets?
Yeah.
Which we will.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
We'll sell tickets. We've got lots of people interested in the show, which is really good.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that people are like, oh, you're doing the last 5 years, or oh, I don't know that show. That sounds really interesting though when I describe what the show is about and how it works and stuff.
And thanks guys for watching as well. There are a couple of people who just watch. I mean, some people don't watch every week, but some people do watch like when it's posted and they're just like, oh, I just watched your video. Cool, thanks. That's nice. Thank you for watching. So thanks guys. Now this week, we came in, it's a really horrible, wet, windy day. So what did we start with? We started with songs this week. We just kind of hit on the songs that we have harmonies in, things like that. So we worked on those. We then started working on the middle song, being the song that we sing together before intermission or interval. Again, I'm not sure what the difference is, but so we did the next 10 minutes just because we wanted to make sure we knew where all the sets and props were going to be and really start getting more details down on nearly all the show. We spent a good maybe 20 minutes on that one scene. Yeah,
just working logistics now. So I feel like we worked on the skeleton of the show and then we started going in and putting some more detail in and fleshing out some of our ideas. And now it's actually deciding on, can this thing work? Is it working? And making those logistical choices so that things can work.
Yeah.
And that's to do with, moving props around the stage, moving set around the stage, who moves the set, who moves the props, and just making those final decisions just so that it flows as smoothly as possible.
Yeah. Things like lighting now we need to actually think about. And we've come up with some ideas that I think are going to work. We'll obviously talk to Jack about those a bit more. Yeah, then we just started from the top of the show and started working through each scene, just kind of really adding more finesse to it and details.
It's like going and doing a clean.
Yeah.
You got all the stuff there. You just got to go in and clean it up and just make it a little bit more precise.
Yep.
So a lot of things about timing came into play today. So how long does it take to do one set of motions or one set of movements, and making sure that they fit in with what the other person's doing.
So something that we worked a lot on today, to get it into more detail, is one of Grace's songs.
So the song that we were working on was I'm a Part of That. We did a run of it and we were stop-starting through the sequences. Some of them we didn't really need to work on, but this one popped up and Callum turned to me and said, so how did you feel? And I was so bored. I was so bored in my own song. I just wasn't connecting to the song. I didn't feel in it and I didn't feel like it was adding anything to the story.
Yeah.
Which really bothers me. I hate the idea of being like a time filler, or it just being a wash of something in the audience going, I don't know what that song was about, I can't remember. I would hate that.
Yeah.
So we went through it again and we had an idea that Kathy would be being interviewed by people, and there would be like at a press conference, but for the one time that someone's actually paid attention to Kathy, because it's usually about Jamie, that they would start questioning her, asking what it's like to be married to Jamie and what their life is like and all that kind of stuff. But we had kind of made this idea that she was going to shake hands with some of the people, and it just wasn't working. It was too invasive to the audience compared to everything else where we've had different people that we've talked to, our focus has been on. And so Callum had this really great idea of just getting me to sing through the song and just talking to me, interjecting with like questions.
As if interviewing, similar to the work that we did last week, where we're actually placing the person in the scene as we think the scene would play out. So I was just trying to give Grace different stimulus, so she's reacting to people where the song previously has sort of been missing that a bit, because it's just been, we've had an idea of interviews and just going along being asked certain questions and just answering and being sincere, but then we got more into how Kathy would actually react to a scenario like this. She's a star in her mind.
Definitely.
She's a star, and this is her moment to take it and not be in the shadow of Jamie. Yeah. So, and we're going to be working with that as well. I think it just really adds more to how Kathy's progressed as a character. During one other song, she's saying one thing, and then this song kind of contradicts certain aspects of that. So it's to show that there's still some of this bubbly, youthful girl there, but it's been squashed a little bit.
Overshadowed, maybe.
Overshadowed, yes. So I think that's what we were missing previously, that the purpose of this song is to show that natural progression between one scene to the next of how she's going in the relationship. Yeah.
It was missing a lot of character arc, a lot of character journey. I really appreciated the time we took on that song, just because I was feeling so like, I just don't know what this is, and I don't know its purpose. I think that's the biggest thing that we got today. We found its purpose. What is this song and this whole sequence going to say about Kathy?
So next week we'll probably be working through the rest of the show with all the scenes we didn't get to touch on today. We're also going to be having another nighttime rehearsal with our musicians, which will be good, just to really nut down on it, because we're getting to crunch time now.
We're getting to the pointy end where we need to start, having a little bit more time together during the week.
Even if it's just dedicating time to more of the technical stuff as well. Just because it's getting to that stage where we need to have all the props to be able to really figure out what's going to work and what's not.
I feel like we're definitely at a place in this show now where we need the stimulus, so we need those props. I can imagine and I can kind of mind, but it's never as accurate as when you actually have the prop. So for our next rehearsals, we're going to start bringing even more things to the rehearsal room. Items of clothing which we need to take on and off throughout the show. I have a sweater that I need to have.
Jacket.
You have a jacket. There's a whole bunch of things I think that we really need now to bump the show up to its kind of next step.
Make sure you have any other questions, feel free to ask them down below. Share and like the video would be nice. And then buy some tickets.
Yay! Get tickets! Bring your friends, bring your family, bring everyone. We will actually say though, there is some very mild coarse language in the show. It's really not a lot, it's just a word here and there.
Yeah, it's a couple of F-bombs here and there. I think it's only maybe 2 F-bombs
Yeah,
and maybe
very mild, coarse language.
maybe an S as well. What would you actually, if you were to give this a rating? I would give it an M.
Yeah,
It's an M-rated show. It
Yeah.
does.
it definitely can't be PG because you've got a couple of swear words in
Yes,
there.
but it does deal with mature themes.
Yes.
Yes, but nothing's ever grotesque, and there's no nudity. Sorry to disappoint.
Oh, sad.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, come see the show. Why not? And we'll see you again next week.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.